Welcome everyone, Mike Bowers coming to you today from Munster, Texas. Today's video is a little different. We're actually going on a road trip. We're heading to Red River, New Mexico to visit the mountains despite my tropical outfit. We're gonna skate the Texas heat. I'm gonna bring you guys along with me. There's gonna be some food, there's gonna be some sightseeing. I think it's gonna be a fun video. Munster is a German town. We're gonna get some German baked goods here. We got strudel for days. In addition to strudels, we have some kolaches or klobasnecks, which is more Czech than German, but delicious nonetheless. All right, so I really wanted to try the streusel, but I didn't want to try it for $15. Holy cow, I know it's handmade, but man, $15 for a pastry? No thank you. I did get a apple pie though. Save that for later, I'll share it with you guys then. But take a look at the kolache. And they didn't warm them up. All right, so I went back and said I warmed them up. Not quite sure when they didn't do it for me, but nice croissant. Yeah, it's really good. Very doughy, which I like. Sausage is like an Eckrich sausage, which I also like. Probably one of the only few processed foods that I enjoy. But yeah, this is great. I bet the strudel is good, but again, I'm not paying $15 for a strudel. Second stop of the day, making pretty good timing. Gas here in West Texas isn't too bad. Looking at $3.09. Never thought in a million years I'd say $3 isn't bad for gas. So on the way to Red River, we're doing a small little detour, about an hour and a half to Lubbock, Texas. We're going to stay the night there. My wife and I went to school in Lubbock at Texas Tech University. Figure we're so close, might as well go around town, check out some old haunts, check out some restaurants we did when we were in college. It'll be a great time. Right now, we're in Benjamin, Texas. This town is a must-stop when heading to Lubbock. Only small towns, 200 people, but it's pretty cool to see, and they have a pretty good gas station here. Nice little gas station. But the rest of the town, not much to it. Pretty cool though. And that courthouse is awesome. All right, let's get back on the road. So not all of West Texas is flat. Some of the prettiest areas of Texas is in West Texas. We're approaching Guthrie right now, which is home to the 4-6 Ranch, where a lot of barbecue joints get their beef, most notably Hurtado Barbecue, and where the TV show Yellowstone is filmed as well. Never seen that show. I know there's little spin-offs, but a lot of filming's done out here. We'll be there in just a few moments. So here's the start of the 4-6's Ranch. We're going to film this in real time, just kind of give you an idea of how massive it is. It encompasses both sides of the highway. Back to the left, the ranch houses start. It's a cool little statue here. Just keeps on going. Up here to the right, they actually have a small little landing strip. You can bring in a plane. Kind of cool to fly in, see the horses as soon as you land. Massive ranch. about 60 miles outside of Lubbock. This is absolutely beautiful. I love this. Love taking in the scenery. West Texas really is the best Texas. We made our way to Crosbyton, Texas, about 40 miles outside of Lubbock. Cool little small town. Got some neat things here. Now most of this is replicas, but there are some authentic stuff in there, I've been told. Never gone in, it's always been closed when I come by here. That buffalo is pretty cool. Buffaloes are actually my favorite animal. Can't go inside, but it'd be cool to do so. This thing's pretty massive. So my wife and daughter are researching about that fossil museum and wondering when it was open, but unfortunately it's closed for good now. The owner passed away in March of 2023, so sad news on two fronts. So we made it to Lubbock. Now when I was in Lubbock, one of the best pizza places we would go to was a place called One Guy from Italy, and their go-to was the calzone. Now they sold about 10 years ago, and it hasn't been the same since. But one of the longtime employees actually started their own place. It's supposed to taste exactly like One Guy's, so we're gonna check that out. So we're here at Dario's. If you went to Texas Tech in the late 90s, early 2000s, you know Dario. He was always slinging pie at One Guy. Hey, that rhymed. So this calzone looks exactly like I remember back in college. Absolutely beautiful. Let's go ahead and dig in. Check that out there. Loaded with toppings, steam coming off of it. I'm probably gonna burn my mouth, but I can't wait any longer. This is exactly what I remember. Not to dog the other place, because it's still nostalgic being across from campus, but the food from the 90s, early 2000s is absolutely here. This is incredible. Absolutely loaded. This thing's so good. A nice crunchy crust when you bite into it. Then it gets a nice little chewy dough. Tons of mozzarella, sausage, and pepperoni. Really goes well together. Look how the cheese crumbles up there at the end of the calzone. Almost makes it like a stuffed crust pizza. It's really good. So yeah, that was awesome. If you're nostalgic for a name, you can go back to One Guy. But if you want the One Guy food that we grew up eating, definitely want to check out Dario's. That was fantastic. All right, so after calzones, we went and did some shopping. Didn't think you guys want to see that. So we're back at the hotel now. Just got checked in. I think we're gonna chill out here for a little bit. Then maybe later go check out the Texas Tech campus and grab some dinner. So we hung at the hotel a little bit. I can't just sit around a hotel if I'm in a town that I want to explore. So we came out to the Buddy Holly Center. Unfortunately, it's closed. But I want to show you guys a couple of things. Pretty cool statue or monument, whatever you want to call it. The Buddy Holly glasses. And to the right of that is the Davy Allison house. Inside that house is where Buddy Holly and Davy Allison wrote the song, That'll Be the Day. I kept saying Davy Allison, but it was J.I. Allison. A little bit of history on Buddy Holly. I'll go through this slow, but feel free to pause if there's more you want to read. And just across the street is the Buddy Holly statue. Pretty cool. So they built this little park and Walk of Fame to honor the Lubbock music scene. But oddly enough, to do this, they tore down one of the best music venues Lubbock had to offer at the time. When I was in school here, there was a place called Liquid 2000 and Cell Block G. I cannot count the numerous concerts I saw of up-and-coming bands and established bands. I saw Kid Rock here. I saw, this was Kid Rock probably about 1998, 99, something like that. I saw Blue October in 2000 here. I saw Pat Green. I've seen Vanilla Ice, Tone Loc. I mean, if I sat down and made a full list, there's so many bands I saw here. So it kind of made zero sense to me to tear down a music venue to honor music. That's the last thing you'd want to do. I will say the grassy area looks a lot better than the parking lot that used to be here. I actually got my car busted into here one time. Had to replace the window. So if I ever come back to Lubbock, would y'all want to see a full Buddy Holly tour where I go through the museum, I go to his childhood home, his gravesite? If you would like to see that, let me know in the comments below. All right, let's go to our campus. Is that the most Texan thing or what? So we made it to campus. I miss it so much. We're at the main entrance here, right by the Will Rogers statue. Man, this is the most beautiful campus in Texas. I've been to them all. Yes, I've been to them all, and I would 100% say I'm not being partial just because I went here. It is literally one of the most beautiful spots in Texas. So the main entrance. See downtown Lubbock in the background. We've got Holden Hall. On the steps of Holden Hall. This is where I first met Wes Welker. It's kind of cool. We ended up having a class together that semester. Of course, the Will Rogers statue. And the main administration building. I won't give a full tour of campus because most of y'all don't care. But it means the world to me. One of the best decisions I ever made was coming to this university. Lubbock really is a great town. Besides what you hear about it, easily the best people in the world are in West Texas. So behind me is where my wife spent most of her classes. She actually went to Texas Tech too. But funny thing is, while we were here at the same time, we didn't meet until after college. It's a pretty wild story. But it's kind of cool to go around Lubbock and the campus and have all these memories, but they don't involve each other. It's pretty wild, but cool at the same time. Yeah, I wasn't meant to meet her until a couple years later, I guess. All right, so we made our way to Spanky's, which is another Lubbock icon, especially from the 90s on up. Famous for their cheese sticks. Check these out. Pretty big, nice crust. So you get a nice cheese pool. That's pretty massive. Going in center first. Pretty solid, but we gotta try it with the breading. Ranch is my go-to. It's a pretty solid cheese stick. Not really any seasoning on there, so you just taste the cheese and the crust. It'd be nice if they put some like garlic, herb seasonings in the batter. But that, pretty good. All right, though I know ranch is my favorite from years of eating these things, I'm gonna do the marinara. It's been a while. Not bad, but definitely prefer the ranch. So in addition to the cheese sticks, burgers are the go-to there. He's got a basic cheeseburger. We're all actually just splitting this because we got a lot of food today. Those calzones were pretty massive. Pretty solid burger. I kind of wish I had a whole one for myself now because it's been a long time since I've had one. The bun was nice and soft on the top, but it was nice and grilled on the bottom. The patty was perfectly seared, nice, crisp vegetables. The onions were sliced perfectly. It's a pretty solid burger. So that was a great meal. It's been a really long day. We're gonna go back to the hotel, chill, get ready for our road trip into New Mexico tomorrow. I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning. We just got up, got some breakfast. We went to a place called Josie's, a little to-go spot, but they have amazing chorizo, good cheese, and carne asada. So let's go ahead and dig in. All right, let's dig into our burrito. I used to work at a furniture store in Lubbock, and every Saturday morning, this is our go-to before we started our deliveries. Chorizo is really good. The tortilla feels a little tough this morning. Not what I remember, but overall a really good burrito. Let's try out their hot sauce. It's kind of funny how it's been over 25 years that something so, actually 22 years, something so familiar can be so foreign all these years later. The hot sauce is legit. So if you thought the lighting was bad before, it's even worse now. I've never been in a hotel and the power go out, but power's currently out. Luckily, we're not going to be here much longer. But in addition to the chorizo, I got a carne asada burrito. I love carne asada. This is better than the chorizo. Nice chunks of meat in there. Good gravy. This is an awesome breakfast. All right, so it's been a weird morning. Our hotel lost power, and it was a good 2 hours that we had to wait for that. So we went ahead and packed up, and we're leaving town now, heading to New Mexico. Not much in between here and New Mexico, especially Red River where we're heading.
Continue on University Avenue for 3/4 of a mile.
But if we find anything, we'll definitely stop and show you guys around. So 6 hours later, we finally made it to Red River. There really wasn't much for us to film. We were by ourselves on the highway a lot. We pretty much drove straight through, stopped for gas in the bathrooms one time, but we're here. Can't wait to show you guys the river. So peaceful and calm. Got folks fly fishing for trout. This is heaven. Something about running water, clear running water. So relaxing. So our cabin is still not ready, so we're gonna grab a little bite to eat here. We're currently at Red River Brewing Company. Got a nice little patio view with the action on the street here. A little loud, but kind of cool to see everything going on. All right, our food is here. We got some brisket jalapeno poppers and some cheese curds. Let me show you guys these brisket poppers. I don't have high hopes. When they said bacon wrapped, one slice around not what I had in mind. I expected the jalapenos to be all the way covered. But most important part is how they taste. So let's find out. So they're bringing us some plates, but we'll start with the cheese curds. Really solid curd. Actually, I prefer it over the cheese sticks we had last night at Spanky's. Really good. Yeah. Bacon's not done at all. But again, I won't judge it till I taste it. Actually, I'm already judging it. That was pretty much all jalapeno and bacon. A little piece of brisket fell out.
Seems pretty cool.
It's okay. Let me see if I can get another bite with cream cheese and brisket actually in the jalapeno. It's okay. This is my 5th time in Red River, and honestly, I've never found phenomenal food except at one place. But this will tie us over until dinner. And the plan is to cook a lot at the cabin. I actually smoked a brisket. We brought it with us. So we'll have that. We'll have some enchiladas. And see how the week goes. Part of my fun and relaxing is actually cooking for everybody. So day one, I'll let somebody else do the cooking. So we got settled into the cabin. Just finished dinner. Wish I'd have thought about filming for you guys because I made some amazing brisket Korean tacos. But going for a nice walk now. The weather here right now is about 65 degrees. If I were back home in Texas, it'd still be close to 90. So this is pretty nice and relaxing. So our cabin is just a 4-minute walk from town, and the ski lift's there. Next video I'll be riding those for you guys. So cool. My wife asked if I own this place, and I'm not sure why. It's always nice to see the mountains every morning. Yesterday the ski lifts were down, but it looks like this morning they're actually moving. Hopefully we can ride those later this week. For breakfast we decided on T-Bucks, breakfast and donuts. So apparently it's no longer called T-Bucks. New name is Vine. So the menu is definitely different than T-Bucks. No real Mexican options here like I'd saw online. I was hoping for some green chili, huevos rancheros, but I'm sure I can find something here that I like. Okay, so I got the 8750. This thing's massive. It's got french fries, it's got eggs, green chili, bacon, sausage. It's unreal. Oh, business and gravy too. Pretty solid bite. That green chili is amazing. The kielbasa is really good. Didn't get any eggs, so let's go ahead and break this yolk. So yeah, this is a pretty good bite here. Got that egg, creamy yolk, a little bit of home fries. This is delicious. It means well together. Nice egg yolk on there. Really comes through with the biscuits and gravy. French fries I actually like. I'm usually not a big fan of French fries or breakfast potatoes. Really good. So I was disappointed that wasn't T-Bucks, but in the end, that was pretty damn good. Vine was a solid place. It looks like they have a nice little dinner menu with lots of steaks, including tomahawk ribeyes. Great whiskey selection. It's really good. The breakfast was massive. I ate way more than I should have, but the highlight for me were those home fries. Nice amount of salt, bacon. The green chili was phenomenal. Great place, and I highly recommend it here in Red River. Okay, so it's ATV time. It's gonna be way too loud to record as we go up the mountain. But what I'll do is I'll throw in a nice little 20-second montage here, the highlights of the trip up. So let's get this thing started. Yeah, check this out. How amazing is this? I don't know if y'all can see back over there is the ski lifts of Red River. The mountains for days, man. I love this kind of stuff. Is there anything more beautiful than my mug in front of these mountains?
Yes.
Don't laugh too hard, guys. My family already is. This is so cool. It's about 50 degrees up here. Feels so awesome. Compared to Texas, it's close to 100. If you can see this on camera, but there's actually snow on those peaks over there. Alright, so after a nice little ATV ride, had a little bit of lunch. Now we're off to find coffee. I haven't had coffee yet today. The place I went to yesterday had a Cinnabon latte. I usually drink my coffee black, but that actually sounded really good. Make a great dessert. So we're at Steam Coffee Company. Old trolley car. At least it's meant to look like one. Pretty neat. Can I get a small churro latte? I like the snowshoes on the roof of the trolley car. Pretty cool little spot. Coffee in hand. We're gonna take these down by the river and drink there. So we found our spot here on the base of the creek to drink our coffee. It's gonna be perfect. All right, let's try this coffee. It was a churro latte, basically just cinnamon and mocha. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's not overly sweet. You definitely know you're drinking a sweeter drink compared to the black coffee I normally drink. But it's got like strong coffee flavor, which you usually don't get out of sweet coffee drinks. This is really good. I like this a lot. Big bear. Big bear. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie The Great Outdoors, but every time I'm in Red River, I think of that movie. And this is definitely a big bear. We're actually at a place called Bear Exiting, where they sell hand-carved bears. Pretty neat. I want to believe Red River Candy Company. This would make Adam Lou proud. We got a Kip's Big Boy here in Red River. I know things are getting expensive. I've mentioned that so many times in this video. I would be so into this, but not for $20. Almost 21 to be exact. Holy cow. Soon. So we got a nice stuffed bear here. I love taxidermy. This one here looks so damn happy. I'd take a hug from him. This looks absolutely disgusting. I can't believe it's legal to feed this crap to kids. Now we got a black bear. He's looking for some candy. Good morning, everyone. It's day number 3 for us here in Red River. So after I left you guys yesterday from the shopping, we didn't do too much. We cooked some enchiladas here at the house, then went to the community center to some dancing. But today we're gonna head into Taos. We're gonna go to Michael's restaurant for breakfast, go to the Old Town Square and do some shopping, and maybe later today we'll even do the ski lift. So we made it to Taos. We went to Michael's Kitchen, had a nice breakfast there. I got a massive breakfast burrito with green chili, had the perfect amount of kick. Incredible restaurant. I am so stuffed. But now we're at the Taos Plaza to kind of walk it off and do a little bit of shopping. So here's the Taos Plaza. Little town square. Lots of shopping. Hotel. Let's see if we can find a history marker. So I want to say this has been around for over 100 years. Alright, I'll let you guys pause and read this, but it looks like this was resurrected in the 1700s, burned down in the 1930s, and rebuilt. So not quite 100 years old for some of these buildings, but a lot of them are. So there's Hotel La Fonda. All I can think about is Napoleon Dynamite.
Who are you?
I'm LaFonda.
Alright, we're at a shop called Made in New Mexico. Let's go see if we can find something fun. Well, I found something fun. This little puppy's greeting me. I don't think he wants me to touch him. Yeah, that dog didn't like the camera. He keeps following me. It's a cool little statue. New Mexico's known for the hatch chilies. Tons of it. Nice little antelope. But if you come here, you can't pet it. Painting here says love never dies. My wife told me as soon as I'm dead, she's free to date. A lot of cool paintings though. Alright, so we're gonna call it a day here in Taos. It's only 80 degrees, but when you've been in the mountains for the past couple of days, it's 55 at night, sometimes even as low as 45, and 74 during the day. 80 degrees makes a little difference. But nice breakfast. I was able to walk off some of that burrito. Guys, I want to confess something to you. I ate that entire burrito, and I'm feeling it. I'm hurting. So being able to walk around a little bit definitely helped out a lot. We're gonna head back to the cabin and decide what we're gonna do. We may actually do the chairlift to the top of the mountain and see what's up there. There goes my daughter, my brother-in-law and sister-in-law. They're apparently way cooler than Dad.
Bye.
Pull that bar down. Alright guys, I am scared of heights, but I'm doing it. So this may be the coolest Best Western ever. Right on the creek, those rooms, the balcony. Get past this Mardi Gras tree. Pretty cool. See all of Red River from up here, of course. It's starting to get chilly. Down at the base of the mountain is about 76 degrees. Right now, I guess it's probably almost 60 degrees. And we're not that high up. We got a long ways to go. I've said this 100 times in this video, but I love the views. This place just needs a mountain coaster, man. That would be so awesome. It's the final few feet. See the old chairlifts. You just cut the poles down. Come in. Look over here to the left. And up here is where they yell at you. Bar is closed, but typically you can get some beers, burgers, hot dogs. Walk down a little bit from the bar to catch this view. Pretty awesome. Not that far, the bar. It's just right up there. But definitely worth the 50-yard walk. In fact, you can actually mountain bike these trails. Maybe something I'll do next time. And the sprinkling started coming in, so we're on our way back down. I think the past 2 years in a row, we've got stuck up here when it started to rain. Not too bad just yet. The last time they sped up these things, instead of taking 30 minutes, it took 15. Actually, right now, I'd love for it to be just 15. But we didn't stay up there near as long as I would like to have. I come here every other year, so I think next time I'm going to kind of go by myself and really do what I want to do. We are doing the zip line ride here. This will be a lot of fun. Check it out. Not going to lie, with just the seatbelt, that's pretty scary.
I don't think so. I'm ready. Hold on. I feel like it drops or anything.
It does. Here we go. That's not too bad. Once you're at the very top. Wasn't recording. So that was a lot of fun. The seatbelt thing was the only thing that freaked me out. I wish there was a bar there versus just the seatbelt when you're that high up. But it was a blast. Well worth the $12. It's something I would definitely do again, especially with my daughter. We had a great time. Okay, it's our last day here. We Kind of woke up this morning and went back to Greeny Peak where I showed you guys yesterday, so I didn't film that. And other than that, just shopping. Nobody wants to see that. But our family tradition is always to go buy a Christmas ornament for our travels. That's what we did. Girls are back playing shuffleboard, and I am on a nature hike. I really wish this trail extended outside of town. Kind of cool to be by the river or creek. Oh, the noise. Oddly enough, one of the best views of the creek is at the Best Western Hotel. It's pretty cool, and even better from the other side. Here's the other side of that river bend, the Best Western. You get a balcony room up there. I could sit on that patio all day. So here's what it looks like on the back side of that Best Western. Can you imagine having a room right up here overlooking this? That'd be pretty awesome. But that's going to do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It's kind of a fine line to balance enjoying your family time and filming for you guys, but hopefully I did that and gave you a little bit of an insight of what it's like here in Red River, New Mexico. Until the next video, you have a great week. Bye.